It's 11:03. I was in the middle of a meeting and realized I didn't even schedule today. So look at us being spontaneous. It's been a very full week and weekend with family and all the things of this time of year. And I'm thinking about you, the lights coming in, and I'm still a bit sick, but I'm thinking about you and what you need right now and what's happening in the world and within you and what it is that you're creating right now on your fertility journey, whether you're midlife and you're doing it for the first time or again, or you've been having some tricky business with fertility and getting or staying pregnant until that joyous moment. I myself, if you don't know me, I am a midlife mom. I had my daughter at almost 50. I had a lot of losses along the way. I am a conscious life and business coach, and I work with people's voices for their path and their creating. And this space is really about coming into possibility. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I didn't even see anybody there. It helps people find the space, so I appreciate that. Uh, it is so important to know that as you're on your path, moving forward towards what you dream of and hope for, that you know that that shadow stuff is going to come up. Shadow, those things come up and it's unavoidable. It is strong. And there are going to be a lot of moments, if not right now, where you feel like just backing away and saying no, or it's not possible, or I've been told it's not possible, so forget it, or this is getting too hard, or your body doesn't feel good, or the negativity is too overwhelming, or it's stirring things in your partnership. It's going to do all of that. That's part of the journey. The great thing is that you get a chance to work with some of the things that are coming up, the things that feel the most important, and then move through them and let them gently go where they're meant to, so that you have space and energy and possibility kind of has a place to grow, so that you get to that destination. You have that baby or babies in your arms, or it might be something else that you're meant to create at the same time or instead of. I don't know your ultimate destiny. Your body, your cells, your spirit already knows. And so the more there can just be an allowing for what is showing up in the moment and allowing it and not pushing it aside or blocking off and protecting like a lot of us do. I do it too. This protection, you gaining weight or putting up walls or staying home more or whatever it is for you. We all do it. The shadow stuff shows up. Oh, wow, there's 11 of you and it's 11 and I had 11% on my phone. I hope that, hi Patel, that uh hmm, that you are listening to what is at the core of you needed in this moment for you to move forward in what matters for you. Because if you aren't doing that, there is little chance for you to get to the destination that you hope for. It's just a fact. And we're all going to do it. At different moments you're going to stand in your own way, and then you have this choice of, moving yourself aside, integrating whatever that is that's showing up, those shadow things that are showing up. We were talking about that a little bit on the 5th on Mikolash. It's a part of being human, is the shadow and the light. And hi Vishnu. And all we can do is say, thank you, shadow. Thank you, light. And how can we work together so that you get to joy and health, that you get to have the life that you want? Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, I am in Northern California right now, where the redwoods, the vineyards, and the ocean meet. And we have a lot of shadow days here, even though there's a lot of la la la. So yeah. Oh, Cindy, it's nice to see you too. I was just talking about the shadow stuff that pops up as you're on the path, of creating and fertility and life, right? And that we have to find the ways to integrate it into our stories, your story, when things are coming up. It's instead of pushing it aside or throwing up the walls, just facing into the storm as it is in the right moment, of course. If something pops up and we're at work, then taking a breath and making a space for it, later in the day or on the weekend, or if you have a break and you can release somehow, um, what it is that's popping up, or breathe into it, or meditate, or cry, whatever it is that you do that allows you to move through something. And sometimes we do things here or in different sessions where we kind of work with what's showing up. That takes time and built trust, I think, to really open up. That's very vulnerable. I wouldn't necessarily do that in this space, but maybe we can do a workshop sometime working with shadow and light a bit. I'm in my mid 50s. I'll say it, mid, something like that. So true. Cindy says it's all part of the experience. It is. And Cindy, I think confronting those things is so important. It is important, and yet it's pretty natural for us to be like, later. Do I have to do that now? Or can I go towards that, more fun, that lighter thing? Like, we all do it, especially when I think they show up pretty inconveniently, unless when they pop up, because they come up and they're like, hello, a little knock at the door. And then the knock gets louder and louder and louder until you have to face or work with what's there. And so ultimately, I think if we can practice listening and responding when there's that little nudge that's there and we see it and maybe we start to step away, is taking a breath and standing with it. I think then you get to choose the timing of when things happen, when you get to work with it, rather than, and I've been there too, when you ignore it and then you kind of wait, okay, just in a couple more weeks or when this happens, and then it slams you and then you have no choice and it's really uncomfortable. So when it's a little uncomfortable is a good time if we have that choice. So false is all part of the experience. Well, it is all, I don't know about the false part, but it's, it's all part of the experience. I think not confronting those things is not important. Well, I think you have to make your own choice. And if not confronting things feels like the right choice for you and your body agrees and nothing else comes up, then maybe not diving in was right for you. I'm only talking from my own experience that things get, that if it's not been sorted through, if it's not been faced, and whatever that means to you, because it can be different for different people. It can be sitting with it. It can be writing a letter. It can be, there's so many different ways to work with things when they come up. You don't have to do the most uncomfortable way, yet ignoring things tends to not work ultimately in one way or another. And my greatest hope for you and your ultimate, being on the planet is to have, be healthy and be happy about the direction, or feel fulfilled or in alignment with what's happening in your life. And so that's only for you to decide. I'm just encouraging. You don't have to agree with anything I say. I am here to stir the pot, and you get to decide what you do with it. Cindy, for me, I realize I have to be okay with any eventuality. So regardless of how things end up working out, I know I will be okay. And that's incredible. Cindy, thank you for sharing that. I think that it's not always easy to make peace with the unknown possibility. And I think it's like anything, like when we're kind of like, it's like the watch pot, like, boil, 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 like to the water, and then it just sits there, and and then we get frustrated. And I think it's the same kind of thing. Or you're looking for a partner. We've talked about that in the past here on the channel, of these moments where we put so much energy into it that it's really that letting go into trust, that it's not as easy as it sounds, but it's very powerful when we can get there. And I think that takes a lot of, like, it starts with the trust in self before we can really trust in anything else. Well, Rick is talking about, not being okay, and not having to be okay with everything. No, you don't have to be okay with everything. There's a lot of things that happen in life that you definitely don't have to be okay with. And if you feel like not being okay is where you are right now, sometimes that is important too. There have been moments when I've been angry and I needed to sit with that angry, or I was in a dark place and I needed to be in that dark place, and that serves a purpose. And at some point there might be another choice, or there's another place that you want to be, and if that's not now, then that's also of value. That's important. You just got on an interesting topic. Hi, Dowie. Very interesting question, Peter. Okay, Cindy, you helped me realize I am not alone in that. No, you're not. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. You're not alone. And and if I have a Russian accent, that's because I lived in Czech Republic and in that zone for a long time. There are those moments. I have to say that whatever I can do or you can do for yourself to feel that you're just to remember usually you're not alone. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by the comments here. In different moments, I feel alone, you feel alone. It feels like you're the only one that could be feeling these things, and that's part of why this channel is here and why we gather it all, is because it's too strong when you feel like you're holding all of that on your own. And sometimes you can silently be here with a group and just be reminded, okay, it's not just me, and it takes some of the weight off your shoulders, and that is the point. So thank you for sharing that. You guys, you're with the police. Good. All right, police. I have people who are in the police in my family too. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Wherever you're coming from, Ali, Rick, Peter, Cindy, Dowie, if I'm saying these names right, all of you here, Vishnu and Patel, I wish you all the very best. And I will be back here tomorrow. I think tomorrow I will be here a bit later. So look for the live. I'm going to do it later so that I can have a little recharge in the morning. That is the intention. We'll see what happens. All right. Have a beautifully imperfect day. I will be back. I will see you this week, every weekday. As promised, there will be different times according to the day. And Angela Jones, before I go off, it all adds up to our growth. I just had a miscarriage at 48, but I can see God's hands over everything. Oh, Angela, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I've been there, and keep breathing and looking for what was inside of there that can help you as you move forward. And Cindy, thank you. Have a great day to you too. Rian, hello. Yeah. Our hearts are with you. We'll be sending energy your way. Angela, all of you, thank you for being here, and have a beautifully imperfect day. Take care. Bye.